Hello everyone. In the earlier video I had discussed about inheritance of two gene. Means we had discussed about the dihybrid experiment or the dihybrid cross. And the result that we had discussed. Actually, what was the dihybrid experiment? There were two different characteristics of the plant that Mendel studied. The two characters were the shape of the seed and the color of the seed. In case of the shape, round shape was dominant over wrinkle and yellow was dominant over green. And the genes that were used here in case of round, capital R, and here it is homozygous dominant, whereas in case of wrinkle, small r we had used, and that shows the wrinkle seed. The second one is about the color, where we had used homozygous dominant gene, that is capital Y, for the development of yellow colored seed. And likewise in case of green, resident, that is recessive gene over here, that is denoted by small y. In F1 plant, what we had noted down, that all the plants phenotypically were having round and yellow seed. Means the shape was round and the color was yellow. When they were self-fertilized, 4 different kinds of gametes were produced. Now today's topic what we are discussing, that is law of independent assortment. Means what? These two characters, the genes which are responsible for development of the seed and seed shape and the color, they are going to assort independently. Means they do not affect each other. Let us see here the ratio that was received or obtained by Mendel when he studied these two characters simultaneously. That was 9:3:3:1 ratio, where 9 were round yellow, 3 were wrinkle yellow, 3 were round green, and 1 was wrinkle green. Now this ratio 9:3:3:1 can be derived as a combination series. Now combination series of what? 3 round is to 1 wrinkle with 3 yellow is to 1 green. Writing this in the bracket here in the next step, that is 3 round is to 1 wrinkle in one bracket and 3 yellow is to 1 green in the second bracket. Now further we are using the idea of maths over here little bit. 3 round when it is multiplied with 3 yellow, so 3 into 3 is 9, that is round yellow. In the second one, that is 3 round multiplied with 1 green. So here 3 ones are 3, that is 3 round green. The third one here, 1 wrinkle with 3 yellow. So as a result of that, 3 wrinkle yellow. And the fourth one here, fourth ratio, 1 wrinkle into 1 green, that is 1 wrinkle green. Now this kind of ratio Mendel obtained when he had paired or he had studied a pair of characters simultaneously. We have studied about the 7 different characters. Mendel experimented on the pea plant taking the 7 pair of characters. Here we have discussed about 2 pairs. That was the shape and the color of the seed. And if you remember monohybrid cross, that was about the height of the plant. So he combined 2 of these, means a pair of characters, and he studied together in the dihybrid experiment, and he found the results to be similar in all cases. And based on that observation, he gave or he proposed the second set of general rule or second set of generalization, which we know by the name of law of independent assortment. Law of independent assortment. Now what is over here in independent assortment? That is, when two pair of traits are considered here and they are studied together, that means they are combined in a hybrid, then what happens here? The one pair of character is not depending on the other pair of character. Neither it is depending nor it is getting affected by the second pair of character. That is why here, when two pair of traits are combined in a hybrid, segregation of one pair of character is independent of the other pair of characters. What is that? Segregation of one pair of character is independent of the other pair of character, means it is not getting affected by the second pair of character, neither it is affecting the second pair of character. Now in this case, what we have discussed earlier in the dihybrid experiment with the help of Punnett square in F2 generation, in order to obtain F2 generation, we had used the genotype, that is capital R small r, capital Y small y, as the genotype of F1 plants. And when these F1 plants were self-fertilized, in this, when the F1 plant, which was round and yellow, which had round seed and yellow color seed, when they were self-fertilized, the ratio that we have discussed, 9:3:3:1 was obtained. But here we are going to note down here the genotype, that is the genes which are present in their gamete, that is the male and the female gamete both here. In this, let us take one pair of the gene here first of all. Means consider the segregation of one pair of gene here. Let us take R, capital R and small r first out of this. Here, which can be written as capital R and small r, they get segregated during the gamete formation, that is gametogenesis के time पर. And the process that takes place, the cell division that is responsible here is the meiosis, where the chromosome number reduced to half. So that means here, out of these two genes, one of the gamete will have only one of these two genes, either capital R or small r. That means the gametes which are formed here will have 50% of the gamete will have what? Capital R, and other 50% of the gametes will have small r. Likewise, when we consider the other pair of the gene, that is capital Y and small y, on meiosis, the segregation takes place, as a result of which 50% of the gamete will have capital Y and 50% of the gamete will have small y. Now what will happen if both of these pair of genes are going to segregate into the gametes? On segregation, let us consider here the left side, let us say here capital R and small r. Okay, they are segregating separately here. So as a result of which, what will happen? 50% of the gamete, we said that it is having capital R. Let us say that this is going to get segregated with capital Y, that is the gene responsible for color of the seed. So as a result, the gamete will be having both dominant gene over here, capital R and capital Y. The second one over here, when this capital R is going to segregate with the small y, that is the recessive gene for color. So as a result of that, the gamete will be having capital R and small y. I have taken here this R down over here so that we do not have any confusion in crossing the lines over here. So this R, 50% of the gametes which are having the gene, recessive gene, that is small r, for the shape of the seed. When this is going to segregate with the dominant gene for color, that is capital Y, the gamete will be having small r, capital Y, and likewise the fourth gamete will be having small r and small y. Means both the genes over here are becoming recessive. That means what is happening over here? That beside each gamete having either R, capital R or small r, it will also have the allele capital Y and small y. As you can see here in the 4 gametes, 1, 2, 3 and 4 gametes. In all of these 4 gametes, one R gene, either it is dominant or recessive, and the second one is Y gene, either dominant Y or recessive small y. Now one more thing is to remember here, that segregation of 50% of capital R, that is the dominant gene for the shape of the seed here, dominant gene for the shape, 50% of the capital R and 50% of small r is independent from the segregation of the 50% of capital Y and small y. Means over here once again, what is that? It is important to note down here and keep in our mind that segregation of 50% of capital R, that is dominant gene for shape, and the 50% gene for recessive, that is the wrinkle seed, that is shown by small r, is independent from the segregation of the 50% of dominant gene for color, that is the represented by capital Y, and the 50% of recessive gene responsible for color, that is shown by small y. That is why over here what happens, 50% of small r bearing gametes have Y as one Y and the other 50% has small y. Means over here same thing, you can look into this table. Let us say this is the shape, gene for shape. 2 genes are there, one is represented by capital R, the other one is represented by small r. The second column is having gene for color. The 2 genes are capital Y and small y, capital Y and small y. Now let us say that when this capital R dominant gene for the shape of the seed is going to segregate with the dominant gene for color, the genotype of the gamete will be having capital R and capital Y, which is equal to 25% frequency. 25% frequency, and if you show in ratio, it will be shown as 1/4. The second one over here is, second case over here, when let us say that capital R dominant gene for the shape is going to segregate with the recessive gene for color, then the genotype of gamete will be having one dominant R and one recessive Y, and here the frequency will be same as earlier, 25%, and the ratio will be 1/4. Further, when we go on to the second gene for shape, that is the recessive gene represented by small r, when this is going to segregate with the dominant gene for color, that is capital Y, the genotype of gamete will become small r and capital Y, which is equal to 25% frequency and 1/4 of the ratio. And likewise the last case, where both the genes over here are recessive, small r and small y, which is present in the genotype as a genotype of the gamete, and 25% frequency and equal to ratio will be 1/4 over here. That means the 4 gametes over here are, the 4 gametes over here what we have discussed earlier in the dihybrid experiment, that is capital R, capital Y, capital R, small y, small r, capital Y, small r and small y. All of these are having the frequency of 25%, and they are 1/4 of the total gametes which are produced by the particular F1 plants over here. And as a result of that, whatever is there, it is all represented in the tabular form here as to what is the percentage in frequency in percentage, what is the ratio. So that means over here once again I need to, everyone needs to pay attention is what does independent assortment mean. Means what? When 2 pairs of the traits are combined together in a hybrid, then what happens, one pair of the character is independent of the other pair of character. Means what? They are not going to get affected or influenced by the other pair of character. And likewise they are not going to affect the other pair of character. They are independent, and that is why here the law that was formulated by Mendel as law of independent assortment. So that was obtained after he conducted dihybrid experiment by considering different characters, that is two characters at a time. Thank you.